if you're starting out in business, it can seem like there's so many things to do. And especially when you're really passionate about getting sex ed or sex positive information out there. Where do you start?
Oh my goodness. This is Cathy from the IntimacyDojo.com.
And this is ReidAboutSex from ReidAboutSex.com.
And when I'm wearing the green Sex Geek Summer Camp shirt, this is business advice for sex educators. Boom!
And you can find out more at SexGeekSummerCamp.com. So it can feel intimidating when you're starting out. There's so many things and there's so much different advice out there. Where do you actually start?
I go to SexGeekSummerCamp.com. That solved all my problems. I get the free videos, and then it takes care of itself.
Yes. They are great. I highly recommend you watch them. And the thing is, if you're getting a lot of different advice from people, it can feel really overwhelming, and you may not actually start, or you may not complete things or do things really well. So when I'm working with clients, I recommend they start with getting a website, an email service. If you're not gathering email, I don't consider it a real business. I know there's people that will disagree with that, but in general, if you're doing online business, you want to get the email because then you can constantly talk to them. And I do Facebook and Twitter. And from there, that's like a baseline. You can start from there, and then you can worry about a place for payment and for products.
So I like that advice. I will go put my advice in front of your advice. First, have a conversation with other sex educators, like interview a few of your heroes on what business is like for them, the mistakes that they've made, and any starting out advice that they have. If you can take that person out to dinner or something, understand that their time is not free. You may be in a position where you can pay them or not pay them, but be respectful and don't take up a lot of their time. They don't really owe you anything, and a lot of us are excited to help. So do a little research, ask some of your heroes, understand that you need to figure out what your business is going to be. So don't just copy and paste somebody else's business because one of your heroes writes books. You may not be a book writer. Do that. Also start asking yourself the question, do you want to hustle for your own paycheck, or do you want somebody else to cut you the check?
Or do both like I do.
Well, but you don't, your situation is different though, because you work for in a different industry.
That's true.
So I'm talking about sex education business.
Okay.
So,
but that is an option too. You can work for a corporation or a business outside of sex ed for part of the income.
That is an option. But you should figure out whether you want to hustle for your own paycheck as a sex educator or have somebody else cut you that paycheck as a sex educator. Because not everybody's supposed to own their own business, nor is that going to make them happy. And not everybody should be working for somebody else. But there are a lot of organizations and companies out there that need great sex educators to work for them. And you might, your version of sex education might not really be about teaching people how to use a condom, but you run the social media for a company, an organization that teaches people how to put on condoms. And I consider the people who are working in the background still working in the sex education field.
Absolutely.
So, those two things are the things that I would consider doing first. The third bit of advice is going to be literally, and this is not even, I just think go to SexGeekSummerCamp.com, sign up for the free videos, and that will also put you on my list for just business advice in general. And then watch all of the videos on the YouTube channel that have me in the green shirt, so you can just get more, and then interview some of your heroes. Yeah. That would be my advice.
And one of the best pieces of advice anyone can give you is keep it simple, sweetheart. You don't have to go out with a 30-page blog and do a podcast and do Facebook and Twitter and everything all at once, because you'll get overwhelmed. Just start with a couple things that really can make an impact. And even one article can change someone's life.
There you go. Good luck. We'll see you in the next video.
I hope this business geekery was useful for you. If you'd like to continue with the brain sex, click on subscribe up here. If you want to follow me on social media, right here, ladies and gentlemen, next video below. And if you'd like your very own Sex Geek Summer Camp t-shirt, then just click right here, right now. Boop. Go ahead. I'll wait.